This section is all about functions in Python programming. A function in Python is a block of code that is only ran when the function is called. There is a famous saying within programming, don't repeat yourself. If you have blocks of code that looks like they have been duplicated, it is highly likely that you can turn this into a function that will reduce the number of lines that you use in your script. A function is a named block of code that performs a specific task and are designed to promote modularity and code reusability. For example, our first function could make a cup of tea, our second function sets the table, and our third function cleans up the dishes afterwards. Once defined, a function can be called multiple times. So we may want to make 3 cups of tea. In this case, we can call function 1 3 times. Making these 3 cups of tea, setting the table and cleaning up the dishes might have occurred in the morning, and then in the afternoon we are joined by a fourth person and we make them a cup of tea. We don't have time to sit around the table and set the table, but we do have to clean the dishes up afterwards. Functions in Python provide a way to organize code into logical units, making your programs more structured, easier to understand, and simpler to maintain. They are fundamental to writing clean, efficient, and scalable code in Python. If we take a look at the example in front of us, function 1 would be one block of code, and we simply call that function 3 times to make our morning cups of tea, and we call the function 4 times in the afternoon to make the 4 cups of tea. Over the next 2 videos, you are going to see how to define a function without parameters and how to define a function with parameters. Parameters, as we'll see, are user-defined inputs that enable flexibility and customization that affect the execution of a function. For example, people may want milk and sugar, or just milk, or just sugar, or none, to make the cup of tea specific to their tastes. So just to recap, in Python, a function is a block of code that performs a specific task. Functions can be defined to accept input data, perform operations on that data, and as we're going to see in a few videos time, that you can optionally return a result from a function. Over the next couple of videos, you are going to get used to the syntax for defining a function, and we will also take a look at variable scope and function docstrings. We will finish up this section with lambda functions, which are anonymous functions that are used to perform simple tasks, but we will see that they have a limitation that they cannot be as complex as our named functions.